Back in Power BI and new to Power BI in May of 2024 is the matrix layouts is now available for the matrix visual in Power BI. In this video, we are going to show you some of the different options, how you can do an outline or you can do a compact option. And this is very similar to Excel. So for those Excel users making the switch, starting to learn Power BI, the matrix layout is definitely something you'll want to check out. Let's take a look at how the new matrix layout options work, where they're located, and again, this is new to Power BI in May of 2024. New to Power BI in 2024, the May update, we have matrix layouts very similar to Excel that allow you to choose between the compact, the outline, or tabular layouts. We are going to show you some of the different options so that you can start to use this in your Power BI reports. If you already have previous Power BI reports, you can start to update these with your new matrix applications. You can follow along in the link below in the description. There is going to be a store sales report that you can download. And if you go to the page called New Stores, this already has a matrix chart on the page. The first thing we're going to do is you're going to want to go to you're going to want to select the matrix chart. And then you'll notice in your layout format options, you have some new options once you've downloaded the updated edition of the Power BI desktop for May 2024. You now have an option called Layout and Style Presets. Now, for Style Presets, this has been available for the last few months inside Power BI for tables. And you have many different styles. You can choose a bold header. You can choose alternating rows, flashy rows, very similar to Excel. The new option that is available is called the layout option. By default, the compact layout is the one currently chosen. So with the compact layout, you see we get the chain, then we get this year's sales, last year's sales, total sales variance. This is the compact version of the matrix layout, the default. Now, if you want to update this, you can choose one of three options. The default is compact. You can also choose an outline option, or you can choose a tabular. We are going to choose the outline option to show you some of the differences. So when we choose the outline option, you notice the chain now goes into a default position where you have to click on the minus icon to see some of the different buyers in this example. So if you click to go back up on Lindy's, or you can click to go back down on Fashions Direct, this shows you the outline option. You can also choose your drill up and drill down options. So if you drill up from this, then you can start to see the additional options. If you drill down, you drill down into the matrix. So by turning that on and turning that off, you can see some of the different options. Now, by drilling all the way up, you can then see the highest level of options in the matrix. So to get back down one level, you would select this plus icon in Fashions Direct, and you would notice the different names of the Fashions Direct. Now that is the outline option in the matrix layout options. The third option is to choose the tabular option. Now with the tabular option, you see right away, you default to the Fashions Direct, which then you can drill up and you can drill back down. And then the same thing under the name icon. If you drill down into that, you now start to see the different buyer options. And when you drill back up into that Cincinnati one, so if we want to see the buyer options for New York Fashions Direct, we can choose that. And now we see all of the different buyers for New York Fashions. You can see this year's sales, last year's sales, and total sales. So depending on how granular you want to get with your data, you can see the different matrix layouts. Another option with this new feature, we're going to go back to the compact layout. And you'll notice that you can then close out and drill back up or down into the different matrix layouts. Now, the other additional thing that's available is blank rows. The blank rows option allows you to turn this on or off by toggling the on-off switch. So if you turn this on, now you'll notice if you click on the arrow, you can add a blank row. That's what this just did at the bottom, right before the grand totals, we added in the blank row. So if we turn this off, now we lose that blank row. If we turn this back on, we gain that blank row here in the visual matrix. And you can also choose the different colors. If you want to choose a color for that blank row, you can choose a transparency level, or you could also choose a border. If you want to turn on the border, you could make this just so that you can clearly see this, we're going to turn this into a orange option, and then you can determine the width. But again, I'm going to make that 4 points so you can see your option. So that is the border option. If you turn that off, the border will go away. And now when you go back to the blank rows, if I turn this option back off, you will lose that color from the blank row. Now this is new to the matrix. The table options have been available for some of the different styles since 2023, but in May of 2024, they added this matrix style ability to add the different layout options, either compact, outline, or tabular layouts in Power BI. There is a dedicated blog. I'll put that link in the description below as well so that you can learn more about the Power BI matrix options for the matrix tables. The new features of the matrix layout are going to be a nice improvement for those of us in Power BI. If you've used Excel, a lot of times when you've built out your matrices, you've had to choose between the compact option, the outline option, and now you have that capability in Power BI. There's 2 links that I'm going to put in the description below. Again, there'll also be a link to download the file so you can practice with matrices. As always, I recommend using your own data. If you have some existing Power BI reports that you have some matrix tables on, or maybe you can take a report that has a table, you can turn it into a matrix chart and then try out some of the different capabilities. The first one I'm going to point you to is the blog post on Power BI matrix layouts that was put out by Microsoft in May of 2024. There'll be a link in the description below. The second one is a Power BI blog update with the matrix layouts that did come out with the release of the new matrix layout in Power BI. Again, make sure to start trying some of these features out. The capability of adding in blank rows at the bottom, and also to choose whether you want compact, outline, or tabular matrices for your Power BI reports. That's a look at the new matrix report with capabilities for outline, tabular, and compact in May of 2024.